Good evening, everyone, and welcome to John Cena's The Best Times Are Now. Right then, tonight we kick off the show with the first ever meeting between John Cena and Brock Lesnar, which took place in September of 2002. So just to give you a timeline, Cena debuted on SmackDown on June 27th, 2002. He then went on in July to defeat Chris Jericho at Vengeance on a pay-per-view show. This match took place in September 19th, 2002. And it really brought Cena back down to earth. We spoke about in the last episode that Cena had a rocket strapped on his back. He was given that massive win over Jericho on a pay-per-view and that sort of stuff. But then it came to this match in September when Brock Lesnar was the current WWE champion at the time. He was building up for a pay-per-view and John Cena got absolutely squashed in this match in real life. I've got the notes here. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar 2002 was their first ever encounter on SmackDown. A dominant squash match where the WWE showcased Lesnar as a monster champion, culminating in a quick F5 victory over the rookie John Cena, setting the tone for Lesnar's ruthless aggression dominance before major pay-per-views. So yeah, this was their first ever meeting, and it was, well, a lot of their meetings went very much the same way, didn't they, really, with Brock Lesnar absolutely demolishing John Cena. It seemed to happen quite a lot. I'm unsure how many matches Cena ever won against Lesnar. He must have won some, surely, but Lesnar was an absolute monster. We had that one here, of course. We had the, was it Survivor Series or SummerSlam one about 10 years ago, where Lesnar absolutely squashed Cena. And even on his final run, we had Lesnar squash Cena again. So, yeah, this whole episode is about the big moments in Cena's career. This might not have been the biggest moment at the time, but it was the first time these guys ever faced off. Also on tonight's show, we'll have Cena versus Edge from Unforgiven 2006, which was the TLC match. We'll have Randy Orton versus John Cena from SummerSlam 2007 as well. A classic feud between them two that went many, many times. We've got the big Money in the Bank match from 2011 between John Cena and CM Punk, which was a huge match in both of their careers, mainly CM Punk, I would imagine. And we'll finish off the evening with John Cena up against Roman Reigns for the SWE World Heavyweight Championship. Again, their first ever clash was back at No Mercy 2017, but I'm not 100% sure I can get the arena for that, so we might end up doing WrestleMania 34, I'm not sure yet. But either way, on that one, surprisingly enough as well, Cena and Roman Reigns have clashed 11 times in their career, and Roman has 11-0 win, which is massive when you think about it. Cena never once defeated Roman Reigns. That's across both TV and house shows as well. Cena now dropping into the pin on Brock Lesnar. Only a 2 count. And look at Heyman there. Got up on the apron to try and distract Cena. Didn't really work out so far. Cena is dominating this match, which is surprising because, as I said previously, I have only adapted the stats for a couple of the matches. This is one of them. Because my thought is that in this match in real life, Cena came in as a massive underdog and Lesnar came in as the powerful main eventer. So Cena should be the underdog for this match as well in a game. But at the moment, Cena absolutely dominating Lesnar. Cena now boot in the gut. Lesnar has busted Cena open though. You see just above his eyebrow. Some of the Lesnar was very good at doing, wasn't he, really? Especially when he came back after his first MMA run. Lesnar now clubbing blows across the chest of John Cena. Really showing his powerhouse ability. Cena just flops face first to the outside. And look at Lesnar now up on top, diving outside with the shoulder block. There's the boot into the back of the leg of Cena as well. Lesnar now definitely starting to brutalize Cena. Him slamming him face first into the ground as well. Slamming the knee into the mat, and Lesnar now heading back into the ring. He's going to try and win this one by count out. I mean, he possibly could do at this point. No, come on. Surely not a count out victory in the opening match of the night. Surely. It's got to be, though, isn't it? Go on, Cena, slide. Oh, Cena, for God's sake, man. No, he's going to get... Oh, the referee lets Cena have the extra moment in time. Wow. Referee completely saved Cena there. Now Cena looking for 5 moves of doom. He hits 1. See, that's the problem. If Cena had done all 5 moves of doom, he might have won there, but he did 1. That was the problem. And now look at Lesnar now stretch muffler. We saw him doing the damage to the leg on the outside. He could actually get the win here with the submission against John Cena, who is busted open, like I said, as well. Lesnar now standing over the fallen Cena. Up on the shoulders now with a power slam position. Lesnar throws him up onto the shoulder. In with the F5. Brock Lesnar. There's the pin. That should be the victory as well. For the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6. Yeah, referee, we're fully distracted there because Paul Heyman had taken the top turnbuckle pad off and has actually backfired on Lesnar. Look at the elbows now into the chest, and Lesnar gets a boot right in the face. Cena looking for the elbows, completely missed. And Lesnar is back in control. Cena with the strikes, there's a drop kick as well. Both guys back in the ring. Cena trying to take some control now. There's the code read by Cena. Lesnar's back up now, gets around the back of Cena. Lovely suplex, hook in the leg as well, launched him. Lesnar throwing Cena off the rope. Cena comes back and catches Lesnar with a strike at the top of the head. And Cena now taking Lesnar up on the shoulders, in with the FU, the attitude adjustment, the Death Valley driver, whatever you want to call it. It could be enough for Cena to pull off a massive surprise victory here over Brock Lesnar. No, Lesnar kicks out at a 1. That makes sense. That's the sort of Lesnar thing to do, isn't it? Lesnar's always like that, kicking out on a 1 count. That's such a Lesnar thing to do after you just hit your finisher maneuver. Cena now stamping on the ankles of Lesnar. Again, that ankle. Smart maneuver. Just like Lesnar was doing with Cena earlier on, you damage the legs. You make it very difficult for your opponent to pick you up and hit you one of their maneuvers. Both of these guys, of course, have a finisher maneuver where they lift somebody up on the shoulder. But Lesnar now a stiff strike into the gut. Look at, once again, Cena's back, though. Covered in welts, covered in bruises, covered in everything. Lesnar, though, he's fed up. Grabs a hold of Cena. Cena fights free from the FU. Or the F5. Too many Fs. This is a real backer. There's so many reversals in this match. The mini FU there by Cena. Taking down Lesnar. There's the pin for the 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. It's getting closer though, isn't it? And Cena now looking for that 5-knuckle shuffle. Lands it on Lesnar, who's also busted open. But this could be the finishing blow. Cena is stalking. Up on the shoulders, flops over. Looking for the FU, but Lesnar saw it coming. It's just too much by Cena. We've seen him try that a couple of times now. And it's just not going, is it? And the shooting star press by Lesnar. Oh, incredible. 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 Brock Lesnar gets the win with a shooting star press. What a way to win the match. Cena drops back down to a +1. Brock Lesnar, with that huge shooting star, moves up to a +26 after 35 matches, which puts Lesnar still in 5th place, but only 1 point behind 3rd and 4th, which is currently Okada and Roman Reigns. It's interesting, right? I've been sort of updating the rankings recently to put the geographical location, so the geographical championships that people are involved in. And I've realised the top 5 people, you've got Will Ospreay representing Europe, Bret Hart representing Canada, Okada representing Asia, Roman Reigns representing Oceania, because of his Samoan, Tongan, all that sort of heritage, and then Brock Lesnar representing the US of A. So all the top 5 all representing different geographical regions is quite nice. But yeah, what a win that is. I mean, there was so much back and forth. This match is much better than any Lesnar versus Cena match in history, in my opinion. And of course, we did used to see Lesnar use that shooting star. I mean, his most famous one is the one at WrestleMania where he almost snapped his own neck, where he was facing off against Kurt Angle, wasn't it? But if you can ever find the one that he did on WWF Heat back in the day, my God, that was a shooting star press. He went about 3/4 the way across the ring. It was absolutely insane. So if you get a chance to find that, do so, because it was incredible. But there we go. The shooting star press from Brock Lesnar gets him the victory in the opening match of John Cena's The Best Times Are Now. And we move on to the next match. It's going to be interesting, the next match, because it is supposed to be a TLC match, which I am going to give it a try. But in my experience on this game, ladder matches, TLC matches are pretty terrible. But maybe a one-on-one match will be better. Let's find out. That face always does me in. I don't know what is going on with that face. Right then, here it was, the WWE Championship match from Unforgiven 2006. This is a ladder match between Edge and John Cena. In this match, Edge came in as the heel, but was the overwhelming fan favourite because this match did take place in Toronto, Canada. John Cena came in, obviously, as the face, but was loudly booed by Edge's hometown crowd. Cena won the match eventually in real life. He managed to hit an AA from the top of the ladder, 16-foot ladder, on Edge, and then was able to climb to the top and grab a hold of the title. And it was massively significant in both guys' careers. For John Cena, it really cemented his legacy as someone who could also succeed in some of the more high-risk gimmick matches outside of his comfort zone, because we all know Cena, we all know about the 5 moves of doom, we all know about the same thing over and over and over again, but this match was something that really was against the mold for him and showcased him in a much different light. And for Edge, it was a real big match that cemented him as a main event star at that time. I mean, he'd had the championship, he was having a decent run, but this match in front of his hometown crowd in Toronto was what really cemented him as a big main event star for the next few years. So there we go. Also, there was an additional stipulation on this match as well, that if John Cena lost the match, he would leave the Raw brand and move across to SmackDown. But of course, that never actually happened in the end. So in our ranking system, both these guys doing okay. John Cena now up onto a +1 after 32 matches. Of course, he's up on the week. He started the week on a -1. He had that loss against Brock Lesnar earlier on the show, which was fully to be expected. That was the one match where his stats were altered because he did go into that match as the massive underdog and was squashed in real life. He made a much better fight of it in the game, however, still came out on the losing side. This one, of course, he won in real life, and he'll be hoping to continue to win as well and level himself up in the ranking system and get himself some momentum ready for that title match later on tonight. Edge, though, is in 20th position in our ranking system on +16 after 42 matches. He's actually +14 after 12 this year. So he's had a fantastic year so far. This is what's really elevated him up. He started the year on only a +2, and now he's up into the top 20. Not holding out much hope for this match, because TLC matches on this game have never been great for me. I don't know what they've done wrong, because in 2K24 or 3, whatever it was, they seem to work pretty well, but in this year's game, they've just been awful. Especially I've tried to do 8-man ladder matches and so forth for the Cruiserweight title, and one person climbs, the other 7 fight, and they just completely forget about it, and it's really weird. But maybe, who knows, maybe they've had a patch since the last time I tried it. Maybe they have done some stuff where I've changed some of the weightings behind certain types of moves. Maybe that's improved it, I don't honestly know. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not a big fan of TLC matches on this game, but we will persevere with this. Unless there's a massive bug, I won't redo it. But at the moment, the way that the reversals are working, Edge is finally pulled off of the ladder there by Cena. As long as we get a half-decent match, I'll be very, very happy. But I say, ladder matches on this game have not been fantastic for us so far. There's an elbow there to the grounded Edge. Cena in firm control. And Cena now looking for the 5-knuckle shuffle, but Edge saw it coming. There was the boot into the head. Cena now sending Edge off the ropes once again, ducks underneath and looking for the shoulder block. Edge was able to avoid it. But Cena now continued on with his 5 moves of doom. He might have missed the shoulder block, but he hits that front drop. And now head to the outside under the ring, maybe looking for some weaponry. Finds himself a kendo stick. Look at that table right in the face of John Cena. Edge now heading up to the top. Going to look to dive to the outside. Went for the missile dropkick, but Cena was able to roll out of the way and into the ring. Edge now stripping the top off of the announce table. And Cena was almost grabbing a hold of the belt there, but Edge just comes in, pushes the ladder over. Smartest thing to do. I mean, they've been trying to pull each other off of the ladder over and over again, and it's just not really worked out. There's been a lot of reversals and so forth. Just pushing the ladder out the way is a much easier way of doing it. Edge now with the table. We could see some table action. I'd like the game to be a bit more smarter with these things, and I've said that a lot in previous matches. They tend to use ladders and tables as blunt objects to swing and hit people with, where really if they'd set the tables up, you do see it every now and again, they will set a table up and put somebody through it, but 9 times out of 10 they just use it as a blunt object. Case in point. I mean, set it up in the corner, throw your opponent into it, spear him into it, do some cool stuff. Steel chair right in the spine. See, now brings Edge back up big, knee into the face. See, now rolling to the outside. And he's going to grab a hold of the ladder. He needs to get up and grab a hold of that WWE Championship dangling above the ring. This match has already been better than I ever hoped it was going to be, which is good. Cena has set the ladder up and is going to start climbing. And Edge once again just pushes the ladder over. Edge is giving up trying to grab him off now. It is literally just a pushing job. Just push the ladder over, let him crash and burn and deal with it. Edge now looking for the boot in the gut. Going to take Cena. Oh, even the Canadian Destroyer. Was Edge hitting Canadian Destroyers back in 2006? I don't recall that, but let me know in the comments section down below. Did you see Edge hit a Canadian Destroyer? Cena's flat out. Edge, though, he's not going to grab the title. He's on the top of the ladder, diving with a big splash into the spine. Wow. And Edge now went for the spear, but Cena reversed it into the DDT. This has actually been a really cool match so far between these two. And I can understand why people were so desperate to see Edge as part of Cena's last run. It would have been really fun. And I dare say, I might be being stupid here, I don't know, but I honestly think that Tony Khan would have allowed it to happen. I might be completely wrong with that, but I think if WWE had come along to AEW and Tony Khan and said, look, we want to borrow Edge for one night to give Cena a send-off, I honestly think that AEW and Tony Khan would have agreed to it. There might have been some sort of something to equal the playing field, maybe. There might have been some sort of deal to work for both. I don't honestly know, but For me, I honestly think it would have been doable. I really do. Especially if it's something that Edge wanted to do. See now with a forearm into the spine of Edge, and again. And look at Edge's front. He's completely welted. That drop kick there by Cena as well, taking down Edge. Cena now looking for that gut wrench up. And slammed down. Cena's going to try climbing the ladder once again. I mean, Edge is down. This could be Cena's chance. It wouldn't be the best finish. It would be a little bit of an anticlimax, I would say, but it wouldn't be awful as Edge is able to grab a hold of Cena, but Cena just kicking Edge away. Edge once again with the slams into the back. And look at Edge just pulling Cena down. The big boot into the face of Cena as well. But Edge has gone to the what are you doing, Edge? Edge has gone to the outside of the ring. He's grabbed a hold of a bottle of water, and Cena's still inside, grabbing a hold of the championship. Edge is not the smartest cookie here, is he really? But he does once again push that ladder over, Cena crashing to the ground. And now Edge has got his own ladder in the ring. Going to work over Cena. If Edge can hit that spear... Go on, Cena. Climb the other side and do your super AA. Go on. Be historical, Cena. You know you want to. Edge kicking Cena away. Edge now looking to grab a hold of the belt. Cena once again. I feel like a one-on-one TLC match kind of works, but when we've done it as a tag team, it's been pretty rough. Then again, there's just... The reversals are just too easy there, I think. There's just too many reversals, but... Cena now setting the ladder up as well. Going after Edge. Lovely clothesline. Cena now looking to take Edge up on the top. Is he going to do a super AA from the top rope rather than the ladder? I think he might, you know. I think he just might. He's got him hooked. Super attitude adjustment from the top rope onto Edge. If Cena climbs the ladder now, he can easily walk away with that WWF Championship in hand. Edge is down. Cena, what is he doing? He's not going to go for the... The super fist drop. The super 5-knuckle shuffle on Edge. Now Cena surely has the time he needs to grab a hold of this championship and walk away as the WWE Champion here. Edge is slowly getting back up to his feet, but just in time to see John Cena grab a hold of the belt. Edge with that loss moves down to a plus 15 after 43. And John Cena, after another massive win, moves up to a plus 2 after 33. Wow. You know what? I was really worried for this match. I really had the worst possible scenario in my head because of how bad TLC match has been in the past. But I'll be honest, I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was actually a really good match. The super AA followed by the super 5-knuckle shuffle from the top of the ladder and then climbing the ladder and getting the belt was actually pretty good. The Canadian Destroyer by Edge earlier on. Not quite sure that's something he was doing back in 2006, but we'll take his word for it. Here was the super attitude adjustment. Very effective, very impressive as well by Cena. It was fun. Yeah, it has definitely opened my eyes to more opportunities in the future because, I mean, we might have got lucky, I don't know, but when I've done sort of like tag team or multiple person ladder matches, they've always been pretty brutal because everyone fights each other and no one pays attention to the person on the ladder, but one-on-one has definitely worked. And John Cena, just like in real life, he hit a super AA, wasn't the same type, but it worked nonetheless. Hit a super AA and walks away with the WWE Championship. Right then, let's move on to John Cena versus Randy Orton, SummerSlam 2007. Right, then we march on to SummerSlam 2007 as John Cena walked into a match against Randy Orton as the WWE Champion. This was the first main event massive match these two ever had, and of course they crossed paths many times in the years to come. Let's read what it says on here. At SummerSlam 2007, John Cena defeated Randy Orton to retain the WWE Championship, kicking off a legendary long-term rivalry between the two. The intense match saw Cena escape multiple RKO attempts, including one where he kicked out at 2, ultimately winning with an FU. John Cena retained the WWE Championship via pinfall. Key moments, Randy Orton attempted to punt Cena in the temple earlier in the match but failed. Orton also attempted an RKO, but a slight delay in the referee's count allowed Cena to survive on a 2. It was the first major one-on-one championship showdown between the two. The feud was ignited when Orton attacked Cena on Raw following the Great American Bash. So there we go. So another one that Cena won in real life, and it's still mad to me to think we're 7 matches into this little mini-series between Cena and his multiple opponents. And so far, in the 7 matches, every single match has gone the way as it did in real life. I mean, Cena has lost 2 and won 5. The 2 that he lost were the ones against Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar in the 2002 era, which are the 2 that he lost in real life as well. If that continues on the same way, then Cena will win here in this match, but then lose back-to-back in our next 2 matches against CM Punk at Money in the Bank and Roman Reigns in the main event for the SWE World Championship. So Randy Orton in our ranking system, I think he's doing okay. Let's have a quick goosey gander. No, that's Randy Savage. Randy Savage is doing terribly. He's on -2 after 21. Wow, that's terrible. Randy Orton's on +10 after 43. He's +7 for the year, which is fantastic for him. Still needs to continue moving up in the right direction, but he has had a real breakout year as Mr. Orton. And this could be another big chance for him. Of course, Cena now, after a few wins, is up on +2. He started the week on a -1, so to be +3 from the beginning of the week is fantastic really for him. As I said previously, we did this with Hogan earlier in the year, and Hogan absolutely went backwards. He lost so many freaking points. And this is a big chance for Cena to do the complete opposite here and elevate himself up into a good position in the ranking system, which is where he should be, especially with how he's ranked in a lot of these games. He's very highly rated. But as I've said in the past, the problem is that we always put the best versus the best, which means that someone always has to lose, and Cena has been on the wrong side of that quite a few times. I do need to do some matches here and there, don't I, where I sort of potentially put some people versus some people that I know are going to go a certain way, potentially. But there you go. It is what it is. Randy now sending Cena back into the ring. Randy, of course, I'm sure Randy Orton and Edge have held those YouTube Tag Team Championships for the entire year. Maybe it's something we should have a look at in the next few weeks. Maybe they can defend against somebody. I don't know who it would be, potentially. Maybe even Cena and John Cena and Ron Cena, maybe. Get Ron Killings involved. Get our truth out there. Or, I don't know. We'll have to, maybe we'll do that. Beginning of the year, we'll do like a little mini show of, we'll have the men's YouTube Championship, the women's YouTube Championship, and the tag team YouTube Championships, all defended based off of public votes from you guys, and see how we get on. Maybe that's a good shout for something else we can do moving forward. We are doing this little Cena mini-series, as I've said before, it's going to be 4 episodes. This is the second of those 4. The next one will be Dream Matches for Cena. Then we will have the final one, which will be Cena's final run, going through some of those big matches. His final WrestleMania match, his final pay-per-view match, his final match on Raw, his highest rated match of his final run, and of course his final match against Gunther to close things out. So still lots of action to come, and then after those 4 episodes we're going to move on to a little thing called the Cage Match Classics. We're going to be looking at the highest rated matches from WWE this year, the highest rated matches from AEW, the highest rated matches from Mexico and from Japan. There's some really cool matches in that, actually. Some might be a duplication of here, because we are going to have John Cena versus AJ Styles, which is also going to be on the final show of this episode. Some interesting ones as well. Javon Evans over Femi Trick will be nice. Dragunov versus Sami Zayn is pretty cool as well. Into AEW, we've got the likes of Adam Page, John Moxley, Mariah May, Toni Storm, Bandido versus Hechicero, Takeshita versus Ospreay, Fletcher versus Bayley. Across in Mexico, we've got Mystico versus MJF, Mascara Dorada versus Neon, El Grande Americano versus Vikingo. In Japan, we've got Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd, El Desperado versus Jun Kasai, a light tube death match. That should be interesting. Goto versus Zack Sabre Jr. Really interesting matches. As Randy now willing Cena back up to his feet. And then after that, we're going to look at a Tanahashi retirement week. That'll be 3 episodes again, looking at Tanahashi's firsts, looking at some of the main moments from Tanahashi's career, and then looking at some dream matches as well, including an opportunity for Tanahashi to fight for the All-Asian Championship. So lots of big stuff coming over the next few weeks. Got some time off work over Christmas, so I can actually do some recordings. Why not? Randy fighting back now with the elbows into the head. Cena fighting back with some strong ones of his own. Randy with a strike as he's Cena busted open there. The blood raining from the side of the eye. Cena now sending over the top, crashing to the outside. Cena now big knee strike into the face, dropping Randy Orton hard. Cena now with a boot right inside of the knee as well. And Cena firmly in control of this battle on the outside. Like I said, if it's a chance here for Cena to get even more points, continue mimicking what happened in real life as well. And this is only the 3rd of 5 matches today. Like I said, after this one, we will have Cena versus CM Punk from Money in the Bank 2011 before finishing things off with Cena versus Roman. Come on, someone get back in the ring here. I don't want to count out. We don't want count outs, people. Come on, Cena, get back up. Cena, get up. Cena. Cena, don't do this to me. Yeah, there we go. Good lad, good lad, good lad. Randy now taking Cena up on the shoulders. And it can't be long before we're talking about Randy Orton's final run, is it really? And we've had the Cena final last dance. When will the Randy Orton? Were they going to milk it as much as they did with Cena? I mean, the problem is they really messed up the whole Cena one, in my opinion. I mean, we'll discuss it later on in the final episode, but for me, Cena's final run was just so disappointing. It really was. It had some highs, don't get me wrong. I think the heel turn had so much potential, was absolutely terrible in the end. The stupid rapper Geese, or whatever his fucking name was at WrestleMania, he was terrible as well. Yeah, there were so many bad parts. I don't agree with the way that they finished it off as well. I think that Cena should have passed out. Oh, there's the RKO. Again, we'll cross that bridge later on, but there's the RKO by Randy Orton on Cena. Will it be enough? It's only a 2. Well, Bobby Roode's refereeing, is he? Tan Bobby Roode or the refereeing? Yeah, for me, Cena should have passed out against Gunther. He lost the match, would have got Gunther the exact same result, and Cena could go out as the guy who never gave up. It made perfect sense to me. Just pass out, a bit like WrestleMania 10 with Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. You save face then, you still look like an absolute beast even while losing the match. Randy now with a back elbow. Looking for a full Nelson, but Cena tried to fight back. Randy caught him then with a German suplex. Randy now stamping on the hand of Cena as well. Cena punting Randy away. Again, they crash to the outside. Randy's back in. Hopefully Cena gets back in as well. We don't want count outs. We've said it already. Randy waiting for Cena. There is the backdrop into the apron. Absolutely brutal. Damage could be done there. Randy now up on the top. Look at that big splash and flattens John Cena. And now Randy stalking the grounded Cena. Here with the RKO for the 2nd time in the match. Will that be enough? 1, 2. I mean, Cena's arm was under the bottom rope. Referee doesn't care. He counted the whole way anyway. And John Cena is on the losing side of this match. The first match that hasn't gone along with history. Cena drops back down to a +1 after 34 And Randy Orton with that victory. He picks up his second singles win of the year. But that's enough to put him up to a plus 11 after 44. Elevates himself up a few positions as well. Joining the likes of the Great Muta, Scott Steiner, and Randy Orton. Wow, that's a hell of a triple threat, that one. I do want to do that at some point. Just do matches based off of who's equal in the rankings. Because Scott Steiner, the Great Muta, and Randy Orton's an interesting triple threat. You then got a fatal four between Bruiser Brody, Sting, Jay White, and Terry Funk. 1-on-1 between Juventud Guerrero and Rick Steiner's a bit interesting. They're on plus 14. Plus 15, Edge versus Samoa Joe versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. It could be a really fun set of shows. But there we go, Randy Orton. Big win for him. He elevates himself up. Gets a bit higher in the ranking system. And like I said, after 8 matches, Cena finally suffers his first match that didn't go the same way as it did in real life. He is still plus 2 for the whole show, though. So he is still on the positives. He's still gone from -1 to a +1, so it's still very much in the right direction. He just needs to continue getting back his momentum, getting back his mojo. And he's got 2 very difficult matches to do that, though. Facing CM Punk in the next match, and then, of course, Roman Reigns in the main event. Then tomorrow, or the day after, whatever it's going to be, it gets even harder. Cena versus Hogan is going to be difficult. Seeing it in a triple threat against Omega and Ospreay, very difficult. Cena versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, very difficult. Cena versus Ric Flair in the battle of who's won the most world championships, very difficult. Cena versus Tanahashi and Okada in a triple threat as well, very difficult. It's going to be hard for Cena. He needs to get the points exactly where he can. Right, let's stop faff-laughing on, and let's move into Cena versus CM Punk Money in the Bank 2011. And here we go then, Money in the Bank, July 17th, 2011. CM Punk defeated John Cena in a critically acclaimed 5-star match for the WWE Championship in Chicago as well, in Punk's hometown. The high-stakes showdown featured a storyline where Cena would be fired if he lost, with Punk ultimately leaving if he won the title. This was, I remember now, this is when Punk did his pipe bombs. He was talking about the fact that his contract was due to expire on the evening of this pay-per-view, and the whole thing was he was going to win the championship and leave, take the ball and go home, which he eventually did, I suppose, didn't he? Storyline was CM Punk announced his contract was expiring at midnight the night of the event, threatening to leave with the championship. Vince threatened to fire John Cena if he failed to retain the championship. The match outcome was CM Punk defeating John Cena with the GTS in a match that was noted for an intense atmosphere and a high-stakes drama. I remember watching this, actually. I didn't watch a lot of WWE at this point in time, but I did actually watch this one because of how big the whole build-up was, the whole Punk with the pipe bombs and the stuff he was saying, and you sort of partly believed that he was going rogue and going off script. I dare say it probably wasn't, to be honest with you. It was all a big storyline, but it was very well done. The aftermath, following his victory, Punk left the arena through the crowd with the championship, leaving Vince and John Cena stunned. The match was widely regarded as one of the best in WWE history, earning a 5-star rating. It was a cracker, wasn't it? Let's have a quick look then at the results. So the match went 33 minutes and 44 seconds, probably one of Cena's longest ever matches. And this is one that then CM Punk did win in real life. So as we said in the previous match, that was the first one where the game has gone against history, and Cena's going to be hoping that can happen again in this one. Cena still needs the points, he's desperate for them. Where does Punk sit in the grand scheme of things? Punk is in 73rd position on +6 after 63. He's had a horrible 2025, -5 this year. He'll be hoping just to put this behind him and move on to 2026 in a much stronger position, I would imagine. But yeah, Punk had a torrid time in 2025 indeed. And this is his last chance, really, I think. Let me have a quick look. I don't think Punk is involved in our best of, is he? No, Cena has a match in the best of. So the best of WWE matches is AJ Styles versus John Cena, which is a match we're going to see as part of this show as well. Not this actual show itself, but on part 4. We've got Jevon Evans, Obafemi, Trick Williams, Dragunov versus Sami Zayn. We've got the Motor City Machine Guns versus... I forgot what they're called now. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. I can't remember the tag team. Street Profits versus DIY in a TLC match. And then the main event of that is the best, highest rated match. There was 2, but I didn't want to reuse the same people over and over again. So the one we've gone for was the highest rated one, which was Io Sky, Naomi and Rhea Ripley from Evolution 2025. Of course, the other version was Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley from WrestleMania. But this one got higher ratings, apparently, on Cage Match. This is, when I say higher ratings, we're not going by the Observer newsletter ratings. We're going by the actual Cage Match ratings. And that was the highest rated on 9.33 out of 10. So yeah, big opportunities for all involved. Cena now in with a springboard stunner there on CM Punk, going in for the pin. Like I said, Cena would love to get the win here. He's back on +1, which is not great. But he started the week on -1, like I said, so he is actually doing a pretty decent job of turning things around. If he can leave this week on like a +4 or +5, that would be a great result for him, I think. It's going to be very difficult to do that, though. I think he's going to have to win more or less every single match moving forward for that to sort of be possible. CM Punk, like I said, he would love to get the win here, move himself up to a -4 for the year, which is still crap, but considering how the year has gone, would actually be a pretty decent turnaround for him. And it would put him back up into 66th position, going up a few places. Most importantly for him, it would put him above. No, actually, no, it put him on the same points as Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Cena now looking for that STFU middle of the ring on CM Punk. It's locked in. Punk is struggling, but is surviving. And Punk is able to break free, breaking the grasp of Cena. And Cena has to roll out of the way. Punk now grabbing a hold of Cena. Going to send him off the ropes. Ducks underneath. Over the top. And Punk now in with a power slam. And now CM Punk looking for a sharp shooter on John Cena. Very interesting. But Cena again having his strength used. I mean, Cena is incredibly strong. His lower body strength is huge. I mean, we saw that with the fact that he was able to get the Big Show up and hit him with an AA. We've seen him do double AAs in the past, super AAs, that sort of stuff. So Cena's lower body strength is absolutely immense. It's very difficult to lock in submissions like a sharpshooter on him and to keep him there as well, I would imagine. Cena now, big splash from the middle rope. Taking down CM Punk, and now Cena slamming the back of Punk's head into the mat. Cena now dropping a boot, I think, on the face. Hard to tell because the referee's got his arsehole in the way. Cena now raining down with the strikes in the face as well on CM Punk. There's the pin. And a 1, and a 2, and a... Ooh, only a 2 count, but it's getting closer to a 3, isn't it? Much closer than I would have expected. And if Cena can hit something big, he's looking for it now. The 5-knuckle shuffle was locked and loaded, but it was a misfire as CM Punk caught him with a boot in the face. There's the pin, but it's not enough. Punk now sending Cena off the ropes. In with the Koji clutch. Almost like a rock bottom into the submission hold. But CM Punk is caught out with their knees in the spine. But Cena taking Punk up on the shoulders. Punk able to slide free. There's a reverse DDT. Punk now up on the middle ropes. In the diving Hurricanrana. Incredible maneuver by Punk. Nice jawbreaker there by Cena. In with the attempted clothesline. Cena able to avoid whatever Punk was going for. Cena taking Punk up on the shoulders. Doesn't go for the AA though. Dropping Punk face first across that middle rope. Cena willing Punk back up to his feet from the middle rope. Punk avoided, but then got caught with a diving DDT. And it's only a 2 count though. And Cena is in firm control this match now, actually. Doing pretty well for himself. Cena stalking the grounded Punk. I thought he was going to take him up on the shoulders there, but no. Just picks him back up. And now Cena going to spring off the ropes in with that springboard stunner. He's used that a couple of times this match now. It's pretty interesting. Cena now using the ropes to his advantage, wrenching back at the arm. Sending Punk off the ropes. Cena over the top goes Punk, crashing to the mat, spine first. And Cena now gut-wrenching Punk up, and Cena doing incredibly well here. No, I should have done. I should have set up a interference this match, shouldn't I, really? I should have set up an interference of Vince McMahon coming out and trying to take out CM Punk, but I wasn't that intelligent. I've just thought about it now, but there you go. Punk now in with the AA middle of the ring on CM Punk. That could be enough for the 1, for the 2, and for... No! CM Punk able to kick out on the brink of 3. And Cena telling Punk that he can't see him dropping that 5-knuckle shuffle. No, Punk able to avoid it. And if Cena had hit that, I think he would have locked in another AA to hit. But Punk saw it coming, had him scouted. I mean, it's not difficult to scout a guy that uses the same moves in every single freaking match, is it really? Punk there gets speared right off the apron, crashing to the outside. Look at Cena now wrenching away at the knee of CM Punk. Ref counted here. If Cena's a nice boy, he'll send him back in the ring. He does. I still always worry on this game. Every time they go to the outside, I always worry they're going to do something stupid and get counted out, because it's happened just so many freaking times. CM Punk there, strong forearm, almost like an elbow right into the face of John Cena. And now Punk taking Cena up on the shoulders. No! Cena able to break free from the GTS. Taking Punk up on the shoulders, reversed it straight into the attitude adjustment. The second of the match. The FU is enough to F CM Punk and make his year even worse. CM Punk with that loss then, that's his 10th loss of the year in singles competition. That's a -6 for 2025 for CM Punk. A +5 after 64 matches overall. And John Cena able to reverse the course of history there with his 7th singles victory of the year, moving him back up to a +4 for the year and a +2 overall after 35 matches. Well done then to CM Punk. Not CM Punk. Well done then to John Cena. That's the word I was looking for. And that momentum is going to be right where it needs to be for John Cena, moving into the main event of tonight's show, where he will face Roman Reigns for the SWE World Heavyweight Championship. Well, there we freaking go. There we freaking go. Big match that was. It was an entertaining match as well, to be honest. That reversal from the GTS into the FU was great. It was absolutely fantastic, wasn't it, really? So, yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. I'm very impressed with that. Right, we move on then, ready for our main event of the evening. And here we go, the main event of the evening for the SWE World Championship. John Cena goes up against Roman Reigns. And I've just found out that ChatGPT completely lied to me. This match did take place at No Mercy 2017. That was the first time these two guys faced one-on-one. I couldn't find an arena for that, so the ChatGPT suggested their match at WrestleMania 34. Which, after looking at, turns out that never happened. These two never faced each other at WrestleMania 34. ChatGPT completely lied to me, but they did face each other here at SummerSlam 2021 in a match. Let me see what it says. At SummerSlam August 21st, 2021, Roman Reigns defeated John Cena in the main event to retain the WWE Universal Championship. The high-stakes match saw Reigns withstand multiple attitude adjustments before winning with a spear, followed by a shocking return for Brock Lesnar. Yep, that's how it works. Prior to the match, Reigns had declared that he would leave WWE if he lost to John Cena. Reigns countered a third rope maneuver, whatever the hell that is, delivered a Superman punch and then secured the win with a spear. Basically, Cena got out-Cena'd. He dominated the match, hit multiple high-impact maneuvers. His opponent kicked out and did one finisher maneuver and got the win. Following the match, Roman Reigns was confronted by a returning Brock Lesnar. And of course, this is a great opportunity for Cena because not only does he have a chance to rewrite history here in our Universe mode, but also a chance to walk away as the SWE World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, Roman Reigns won this belt back in when Worlds Collide, so a couple of months ago, when he defeated the then champion Malachi Black. Since then, he has defended it against Ric Flair and Stone Cold Steve Austin at Invasion, which was quite a chunk of time ago. That was the last time that Reigns has been in action. So a big opportunity here for Cena, and a big opportunity for Reigns as well to finish the year on a high. In our ranking system in general, Mr. Reigns is now sitting in 4th position in the ranking system on plus 27 after 39 matches, actually equal 3rd position alongside Okada. And he's actually in less matches as well. Okada's got to plus 27 after 44, Reigns plus 27 after 39, so in a slightly better position. And of course, as we know, Cena is doing okay. He is on plus 2 after 35. He started this week on minus 1, so he's plus 3 so far for the week, and this would be a massive match for him to win. The problem is, right, if Cena does win here and walks away as the champion, he has got 10 more matches across the next few days. How's it going to work? I think what would happen is we have those 10 matches. Anybody that defeats Cena in those 10 matches would then go up against each other in a number 1 contendership match. And then the winner of that number 1 contendership match will get the match against Cena to fight for the championship, if that is the case. I mean, I'm making up scenarios for things that might not actually happen here because Reigns is a very strong competitor, and there's every opportunity that Reigns walks away here with the championship and continues his reign of dominance as the SWE World Heavyweight Champion. Right, that's enough faff. Let's get into the action. The referee once again standing anus in front of the action, so we can't really see what's going on. And of course, this is the 5th of 5 matches today. We've got 2 more shows to come for you in this Cena tribute. The next one is The Dreams Are Now. That'll be John Cena versus Hulk Hogan. John Cena versus Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. John Cena versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. John Cena versus Ric Flair before the finale of John Cena versus Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kazuchika Okada celebrating New Japan. There's a Superman punch there by Reigns. That could be enough already. But he backs away into the corner thinking about a spear. This is how he won the match at the real version of SummerSlam. Superman punch, followed by the spear. There's the pin for the 1, for the 2. Only a 2 count. And then, of course, the 4th and final show of this special will be celebrating the last timers now. We'll have John Cena up against Cody Rhodes, which was Cena's last WrestleMania appearance, and he won the championship. We'll have Cena's highest rated match of his final run when he took on AJ Styles at Crown Jewel. We've got Cena's last televised Raw match where it was Cena, Rey Mysterio and Sheamus up against Judgment Day's Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor and JD McDonough. We'll have Cena's last pay-per-view match as well as he took on Dominic Mysterio one-on-one at War Games Survivor Series. And then, of course, finishing that show off with Cena's last ever match, one-on-one against Gunther at Saturday night's main event. So still a lot of action to come for Cena this week. And I'm hoping you're enjoying it. I mean, Cena's never really been my sort of guy. I'm not going to lie to you. He's never been the sort of guy that I've been really looking forward to watching a pay-per-view or anything like that. He is what he is. But you have to respect what he has done over the years. And this career that he's had has been absolutely outstanding. And he has he's done a lot of work. I think that in some cases he's hindered some people, but in some cases he's really helped put people over as well. And I say when he's hindered people, I don't think any of that is his own fault, in fairness. I think the booking of him by certain people has not been great. The way that he was booked was pretty over the top in my opinion on certain things, but it is what it is. Seeing a little mini AA there. Dropping Reigns. Now looking to... He was stalking. I thought he was going to go for the AA, but no, goes for a Saito suplex. And now heading up to the top, we have seen a few times before this week already the super duper 5-knuckle shuffle. There it is with the pin. It's only a 1 count. The ref was slow to get down. Cena now looking to bring Reigns back up to a standing base. Up on the shoulder, in with that attitude adjustment. Second time in the match, we have a brand new SWE World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, it's only a 2 count. It is getting tight, though. Cena went for the dropkick, completely missed. Pretty embarrassing, really, to be honest. Cena now with Reigns up against the ropes. Drops him face first across that top rope. Cena looking to send Reigns into the ropes. Reigns fighting back and spears Cena off the apron. And again, the worry for me begins now. The worry of whether this match is going to end as a count out, because I really don't want that to happen here. I should have made this a no DQ match, shouldn't I, really? Just to stop the worry of this happening, but... Oh, look at that. Reigns going for a spear on the outside. Reigns was trying to win it by count out here. Of course, Cena knows that if he does win this by count out, he won't walk away as the champion because of champion's advantage, which I'm assuming does exist on this game. I've never really tested it, but I'm assuming that is the case. And Cena knows that, so Cena is throwing Reigns back into the ring ASAP. He does not want to end up in a situation where he could lose this match by count out, or win this match by count out. Cena now looking for that powerbomb. No, turns it over. AA once again for the 3rd time in the match. This could be enough. This should be enough. Will it be enough? It's not enough. Roman Reigns able to kick out on the brink of a 3 count once again. Cena now wrenching away at the arm. And look at Reigns absolutely flattens Cena. And there, oh my god, this could be very realistic to real life, this one, couldn't it? Cena hitting these massive, massive maneuvers only to end up losing. There's the pin by Reigns for the 1, the 2, and there it is. It is exactly what happened in real life. John Cena hits multiple finisher maneuvers. Reigns kicks out a 2 at every single one and then goes on to hit that spear and pick up the victory. Cena moves back down to a +1 after 36, and our perpetual champion of Roman Reigns with that victory moves up to +13 for the year, +28 overall, which now secures him not only in 3rd, but actually joint 2nd alongside Bret the Hitman Hart. And as a champion, we will say that Reigns defended versus John Cena at the best times are now. So Roman Reigns is going to end 2025 as the SWE World Heavyweight Champion, and I'll be honest, he looks dominant. It's going to be difficult to find someone to take that belt away from him, isn't it, really? So well done to Reigns. Cena put up a hell of a fight here I think he hit 3 AAs. He hit a super 5-knuckle shuffle from the top. He hit a lot of big maneuvers, to be honest. But eventually it was Roman Reigns who was able to turn things around, hit the big spear, and pick up the win just like real life. So there we go, Roman Reigns retains the SWE World Heavyweight Championship. And John Cena will continue to fight for the next couple of days. Solely for ranking points, solely to improve his year. He's still on +1, so he's still +2 from where he began this week. But he'll want to go higher and higher. He'll want to force his way into the top end of the ranking system, ready to maybe get an opportunity to face Roman Reigns again in the new year. Right then, you like it. You do the liking. I've done all the work. You do the liking. You like, you subscribe, you comment, you say nice things to me, and I continue. That is the promise. That is what's going to happen. I'm going to go to bed. Good night. God bless. Auf Wiedersehen. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all very soon for the dreams are now, when John Cena faces off against some big dream matches.